My colleague here, Robert Penfold from CNN's affiliate Channel 9 in Australia. Now, he's just come back with an incredible story of survival amid all this carnage. A baby that his team discovered lost amid the rubble. Rob, what did you see today?
Yeah, it was an amazing day. We were told, of course, there would be no more miracles today. This was it, more or less. And we were up there. We went to see the Save the Children's representatives, and there was quite a noise going on outside. We went out, and the neighbours said, "Come quickly, come quickly. There's a baby in the rubble. We can hear the baby crying." And so at this stage, we decided we'd better go over and have a look.
And what did you find?
Well, what we found was there was a hole and there were a few people standing around. We made our way through the rubble. It took about 10 minutes to get down to where the area was. Most of the houses had collapsed down there. And sure enough, when we put our ear down to the hole, we could hear a baby crying, a little baby. We asked around. They said they thought it was a 2-year-old baby girl. They weren't too sure. The neighbours weren't really sure at that stage. And but luckily, we had our interpreter is a fairly small guy, but a guy with a big heart. And he jumped down that hole and he worked for about 20 to 23 minutes, pulling rubble out bit by bit by bit. My cameraman, Richard Moran, also got down there as well and pulled the rubble out bit by bit. He had to work around a dead body, and then he came up and there was this amazing shot where he brought up the little baby. She's only about 18 months old. They were told her name was Winnie, and by then her uncle had appeared, and the little Winnie, she was covered in dust, but she was uninjured. There was no cuts or bruises. It was amazing. Somehow this tiny little thing had survived down there, for 68 hours.
People will want to know what will happen to Winnie now.
Well, what we did, we got Winnie out one by one. We carried her bit by bit. We passed her across all the rubble and brought her back out and took her into the Save the Children Fund offices there. We washed her down. We got her water. She seemed in amazingly good condition. She didn't cry once. There were no tears. There was no screaming. She just looked around and stared almost in a daze. And we washed her down. And then we got her uncle again and we've put them together. Her uncle, sadly, has lost his wife, who was 5 months pregnant. And the mother and father of Winnie are apparently dead as well. But we put the two together and now they're taking them to a doctor for a checkup. But Winnie to us looks in fantastic condition.